Once upon a time at Blayker, without MyERP.
Hi Mariana, why did you call me so many times?
We lost 5,000 euros, that's why. We lost the batch of blazers that were supposed to be delivered to Mr. Frederico at his shop in Lisbon. The orders should have been delivered 2 weeks ago, and Mr. Frederico called me yesterday complaining about the situation. Then I reminded him about all the changes he kept doing to his initial order. However, the blazers should have been delivered by now. So I was trying to discover how this happened, and that's why I called you.
Sorry, I was busy, and that's why And did you find what happened to his order?
I don't know yet, because the two workers I talked to in the factory didn't know either. They told me the batch was there until yesterday.
But how the hell we lost the batch?
Well, I remember now. There was a delay due to last-minute changes made by these clients. These alterations led to changes in the MRP. Therefore, we realized that the blazers would only be ready by the beginning of last week. Unfortunately, the batch was only ready and picked by the transport company yesterday. No one knows where the batch is right now.
I will contact the transport company immediately. Don't worry.
After a while,
the transport company picked up the batch from our warehouse yesterday, but it was sent to Benavente first because they had a pending order there.
So the batch is traveling around Portugal?
No, the batch is now on the way to Mr. Frederico's store. The transport company employee assured me that the batch would be handed to Mr. Frederico by midday, and that he would call me by the time of delivery.
But why weren't we aware of that?
Probably because no one filled the document that indicates the batch was ready for shipment. Maybe it was mixed with some other documents. Beyond that, I'm concerned about our lack of knowledge about the 7 days delay.
I wonder if this occurred because of deficient interactions between departments in our company. If this happened during a low demand period, I can't imagine what is going to happen next month, because the demand forecasts are much higher.
a system of enterprise resource planning, when properly implemented, connects all areas of business. The manufacturing department is aware of new orders once they are launched into the system. The sales department knows exactly the status of a client's order. The purchasing department knows what the manufacturing needs within minutes, and the accounting department is updated as relevant transactions occur. The purpose of the next segment is to present a managerial overview of what is an ERP system and demonstrate why it can benefit a company. The purpose of this video is to show you how our company used the MyERP in its benefit and took advantage of these software functionalities, as discovering at the same time some limitations. Starting by the project module, we can easily observe all the projects are currently being applied, with the exception of Style Woman, which is in a developing stage. It is a market that we are aiming at, and so studying its viability. In the function View Tasks, there are shown all the tasks related to our company. The first was already completed, but the last two are still in process. Just need to take in account that the market research has a deadline to follow. The communication function isn't so important, just to say that it keeps summarized reports about the calls between the companies and other intervenients. In the customer menu, we can insert our customers by filling the necessary fields to identify them and easily update some notes on them so everyone can see if there's some important information to know at that moment. It is possible to control the sales orders too, having access to information like customer, payment currencies, delivering state, as well as the responsible for each order, so we can quickly figure out responsibilities. Using the product and service model, we can consult our products, their families, and the units in which these products are shown. In the vendor menu, it's possible to create purchase orders associated to our vendors and later convert them into receiving notes. This will then be converted into vendor bills in order to validate the purchase order. Using the inventory functions, the sales order can be converted into picking lists. Consequently, the order quantity is reserved in the inventory. After orders have been delivered, the picking lists are converted into delivery notes, so that inventory can be updated by deduction of the shipped quantity products. In the Finances menu, there are several options, and the most important are accounting transactions. This feature tracks all transactions that occurred in the company's accounts with detailed information about it. In the Reports tab, there are sheets made according to data inserted into systems. They allow us to analyze results of the actions performed in this apparel company. Finally, the Administration menu allows us to manage users and employees of the company. As an example of how an ERP system can be helpful, consider a meeting between company's manager and marketing department to determine the marketing strategy for next season. Before ERP, the access to information was restricted. Nowadays, with the use of this software, all the different departments can access reports about physical inventory, order purchases, accounting transactions, etc., in order to better comprehend the trends and final consumers' purchases.